There's the Irontrader. It is Monday morning, so it's time to go to work. So we're going to take a look here at Bitcoin, at gold, silver, crude oil, natural gas, and we'll take a look here at the NQ, which is down about 85. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy selling stock market ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Here we have Bitcoin daily, weekly chart. Now you can see here, hammer time. Okay, so what do we have here Friday? We're holding this really nice, this 50-day here, very, very nice, like birds on a wire. And Friday, we put in that lower low and a lower high. And when you see that red candle, that's never good. It looks like it's always going to go lower then. So today we tried to rally up here, went right into the 8-day, and now we're below that 21-day. So this is what we have to hold on a closing basis back up on that 21-day. Now, today we got us low here, right down to the low here at 111,970 level. Okay, so when we look here at our weekly chart, we always want to look at that 21-day. So you have 111,439. So far it's holding. Now, if we look to the past, look how many weeks that we've held it here very, very nicely. But this has to hold. If it doesn't, then this is going to go much lower. Okay, so what we're looking here, if we lose that 111,970, this is going to be your next level. It's going to be right there. It's going to be that 111,230 level. Then we have that 110,849, which is your 100-day. Now, if we start losing that, then we're going to start coming right down to the bottom of the candle. You're looking at the 110,480 level. We'll come down to the bottom of this candle at that 109,720 level. Then we come all the way down here. You're looking at 109,590. We have 108,845 level. And then we come down to the bottom of this candle at 108.20. And then here's your big retest at 107,790 level here. But again, we have to lose that 100-day here in order to do that. But right now, this is coming right on off here. Two big red candles. That's never good. Now, 46. That's not nowhere near overbought or oversold. The green is still above your red, but it looks like it wants to roll, but that can curl right back up. So let's just see if we can get back above this 21-day. That's going to be very, very key. 113,528. If we can, that would be really exactly what it needs to go, okay? So then we have 113,840 level. Then we come to the bottom of that candle at that 114,635. Then we come down here to Friday's low at that 115,220. Then we'll be looking for that 8-day, 115,911. That's your 8-day and your pretty close to your 50 SMA here, okay? But right now, all the thing where you're really concerned about is right here getting back and holding that 21-day on a closing basis. If not, you're going to retest this right here, this 100-day, and possibly even that 107 level area. Now, here the weekly here by Friday, even though this is a very, very bullish chart, like I said, you can come all the way down to the 50-day, and this is still a very, very bullish chart on a weekly basis. But what you really want to do is hold this right here, is this key 21-day. That's going to be very, very key by Friday. And you really like to get back above that 114,726, because if this 8-day starts rolling over, so it comes down here and you cross over that 21-day, this is what happens. And we'll come right down to that 50-day very, very quickly. Okay, now we look here at your RSI. Well, you're sitting at 56. That could come right down. That's not overbought or oversold. It shows that it's strong, but this is what I don't like here. See how that green is below the red now? It looked like it was going sideways, but now she just curled right on down. And this is what happens, okay, when that green crosses that red and it comes all the way on down. And this is the result of it. Okay, so always remember, always watch it. Same way here, the green crossed over your red, came on down, and see, and then that's the result of it. So, okay, so always pay attention to that RSI and that MACD. Very, very critical indicators. So again, today, what we're really watching is today's low, that 111,970. Your big target is going to be 110 for 849 level. You have to get really back above this 113,526. If you can, then we have that right here. We have that 50-day at 115,912. We have that 8-day at 115,840. That's going to be very critical. Now, that 8-day was moving up nice. It crossed the 21-day, and it looks like it was going to cross that 50-day, but it never did. It went sideways, and now she's rolling right back over again. So be very, very cautious here. So let's just see how this day is going to shake out. All right, let's take a look here at gold and silver. All right, here we have gold breaking out. Now, if you watched my video yesterday, I said we have this nice sideways action, but we had that big green candle on Friday. So I just said this is not done. We're looking for 37.50. Obviously, we hit 37.63, but I think you're going to that 3,800, possibly 3,820 level here on the old gold ski. That's what I'm thinking here. So gold has been super, super strong. You can see here how we have when you have this sideways consolidation And then what you do is when you have that breakout, okay, so this was the level that we were looking for way back here, 3509. We broke it up here at 35.34, but you notice couldn't break out. Then we consolidated, and once you have that breakout and we're above that 8-day, boom, she's going to fly up there again very, very nicely. Now, we look at here, we got to an overbought area, but there was no divergence, and now this thing looks like it just wants to go right back up there again. The green was rolling over, but now it never crossed that red mark. See, that never crossed that, so this is going right back up here again. So this looks very, very strong. I'm thinking you're going to be looking at that 3,800 mark, maybe even 38.20 level here on the gold. Now, on the downside, you want to hold that price channel on a closing basis, 37.44. That's going to be very, very key. We lose that, we have this 37.06. And then what we do is we come down to the bottom of this candle here at that 36.79 level. We'll come down here to Friday's low, 36.64, and then we have 36.60. Now, you notice we had these two red candles, okay, with lower highs and lower lows. But if you look at Friday's candle, we made a low of that 36.64, and then we made a low here the previous day of 36.60. So what we had is that higher low, a nice double bottom situation, and you took that candle and you engulfed the top, okay, and you close back above that 8-day. So again, this is nothing that's unusual. So this is looking very, very bullish. I'm looking for that 3,800 mark here on the old gold. Now, silver, same way. We're having this, we had two red candles, same way we had on the gold, came right down here, but we put this tweezer bottom in here. See how we had this low? Here you have 41.48. This one here, 41.49. See that higher low situation? That always tells you that's where your buying opportunity is here. And then look what happened Friday. Once we got that higher high, I jumped into the SLV, and it went right up here nicely. Now, we actually broke that line up there. Now we're looking for 43.43, and now we're sitting at that 44.10. I said you're going to go to that 44 level, but realistically, I think we're heading for that 45 level and possibly run that up to 45. To 50 level, I should say. Now, we have very, very strong, okay? It's like an overbought condition. However, it can remain like that. And look at here, okay? Now we're rallying right back up here again. And the green never crossed that red, came down, and then she pinched right back up here. So this is looking very, very bullish. I'm looking for that 45 levels here. So what I'm looking here to jump in is the SLV. I'm going to see how this is going to shake out in the morning. I just took the trade on Friday. Not really what you call a big time gold trader or silver trader, but when I get long, then I'll take the trade and, take it up on a long side here. But what I do is this for daily in and out. Okay, I probably should have held that. But again, I made good money here on Friday with the SLV. So now I'm looking here. This is see where this is going to shake out. Okay, see if it comes right on down and retest that. And then we'll just take that bad boy maybe to 45 and possibly all the way up to the 50 level. Okay, but right now with the gold trade, silver trade, I think these are both going higher. Let's take a look here at crude oil and natural gas. Okay, energy selling off here a little bit here, all right? So let's take a little peek ski and see what's going on here. All right, so we can see here where we ran right into this 50-day. Look at the past here, okay? So we ran into it, couldn't do anything, ran into it, came on down, ran into it, came right on down. Now, your 50-day, look at here, are you coming? And you might be crossing over to that 100-day, and it looks like it wants to push lower. The 8-day was moving up, and now she curled right back over, and now we have this series of lower highs and lower lows. That's never good. What we're watching was yesterday's Friday's low, I should say, 62.20, and then we're watching this key level at 61.69. So far, we put in a low of 61.88. So this is what you're looking for, 61.69. But your key level is going to be right here. Is going to be that 61.45 level. Okay, you can see how we hit it right there, 61.45. We retested it, 61.45. Then we had like a bear flag situation, came on down, like a bear flag situation, and now she's rolling over. So 61.45, that is going to be the very, very key right there of holding on the old crude ski. Now, we lose that. All we do is go right to the left here, like I said many times here, 61.06. That's going to be your next support level. Then we come down to the bottom there. You go 60.55 level. We come down here, 60.26. We come down at 60.02. And then this is the target you're looking for is at 59.74, okay? Now, if we keep right on rolling all the way on down here, well, then we're going to be aiming to bring this price channel across. That's your next big target is 57.74. And then we come down 57.03, 56.39, 55.30, and then 55.12 level. That's going to be key. Now, again, Crude is still in play here till about the first week or two of October. However, hurricane season this year has been very, very light. We had 2 hurricanes, but nothing came into the Gulf. That's the key: is coming into the Gulf, shutting the platforms down, shutting the ports down. That affects crude oil, natural gas, and gasoline. But right now, that's not what happened, and it looks like this crude is just might be going lower. The key is right here, 61.45. You have to hold that. If not, your next big target is going to be right there, 59.74. Next big target, 57.74. Next big target, 55.12. Okay, now 42. That's not overbought, oversold. We have sideways action like this on your MACD. This could go much, much lower. So again, watch 61.45. Now, let's just take a look at the upside. Say we get some big time juice going here. Well, we want to watch Friday's low. Okay, so you're looking at 62.20 level. But realistically, what you're watching is right there, 63.03. You can see where it went right into it today and pulled right back. Next level is 63.42. Then we're going to come right up to this 100-day, 64.46. And then we have your 50-day above that at 64.55, which is rolling over. Okay, now again, if it happened to get above that, 66.03 level and then 66.92, but you're going to need some kind of a catalyst like we had in the past. See how we had this inverse head and shoulders pattern here? Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. I said you go into the 200-day, that's where you went. This here was the Israel-Iran whole situation. That's what you need for a catalyst to take this higher. If not, this looks like this is going to go lower. So you look at this chart, high, lower high, lower high, lower high. Downtrending situation. You have to get back above that price channel, 66.03, to reverse that. Then we can start hitting those levels on the upside. I can't see it happening as of right now, but who knows? But watch 61.45, key level. Okay, natural gas. Well, natural gas here. Okay, we had this nice run up. Okay, we ran right up here to this 313 level. I have to look to the left of the side. Okay, what do you got? 3.13. Next day, we came up to 3.16. Let's look to the left of the chart. What do you gave? 3.16. Never made it to 3.19. Okay, so there we are. See this? Double top situation. Double top. Next day, confirms. When you get that big red candle, boom, tells me that I'm out of the trade. Now I'm looking to buy kind of a situation. So far today, we have that inside day. Now, on the downside here, 2.85. Just look right to the left of the chart. What do you have? 2.85. Okay, so you have a double bottom in play. Take that bottom of that candle and the bottom of that candle. Okay, see that? Double bottom situation. Now, that has to hold. If it does not hold, then you come down to 277. There's your gap. 274 is your fill. Okay, gap, fill. Then we look to the bottom, 265, and retest at 262. Just that simple. Okay, upside, well, 21 days, everything. 296. Right above it, 298. Right above it is the 50-day at 303. So you're going to need something big here to take it through that 21-day, the 8-day, and that 50-day. If you get above that, then we just follow the candles again. 310, 313, 316, and then 319 as you retest, and then we come up to your 100-day and possibly even up to the 200-day. But right now here we look at this MACD. Look at this. See this green? Now you just crossed over that red. Okay, so it's going to take some kind of a catalyst here to whip her right back up again. Okay, so you got to be a little patient with this. So 43, that's not overbought or oversold. And I just say right now we just have this downtrending situation. But so far today, we have an inside day. So just watch Friday's low, 2.85. That's going to be the key. Okay, if not, we're going to hit here, and maybe even retest down to 262. Upside the 21-day, the 8-day, 50-day. Everything is sitting right for you, right there. Okay, if you can crack above it, then we can start aiming for that 319. But if you can't, it's going to be sideways to down action. All right, let's take a look here at the old NQs. All right, here we have the old NQs. All this is just the NASDAQ futures. Now, you look at the S&P, you look at the Dow, everything's all the same. NASDAQ futures only down about 83, so it's not really that big of a thing, okay? So this was your buying opportunity, obviously. When you look at there and you see where the green turned blue, okay, that's your buying opportunity situation, okay? So we took it all the way up here nicely, and now this is just a trader's market. Now, it just seems like it just wants to keep on going on a moonshot, but again, we got to see how this shakes out. So what you're really looking at is 24,888, okay? Now, you crack above that, obviously the target is going to be 25. Okay, it's just simple. I think they want to take it to that 25, maybe even 26, 27. I mean, we got to see how that's going to roll out. Downside here, watch Friday's low. That's going to be everything, 24,655. But right here is the key, 24,506. You lose that, we have the 21-day, 23,963, the 50-day, right there at 23,652 level. And then we come right down here to the price channel at 23.25 level. Okay. That's just very, 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 very easy. But right now, you have an uptrending situation. Your price is above everything, looking very good. Now, you look at the RSI, you got a way overbought condition. But again, look how much it could stay overbought. All right. So this is basically what I call a trader's market. This is not a buy and hold situation. We'll just trade this day by day until we get some kind of a catalyst to either take this either down lower here. A nice correction would be nice. Now you don't have to go all the way down there, but we have a nice correction because this has just been right up here at that nosebleed section. So this is what you want to do, okay? So right now, watch that 8-day, watch that 21-day, the 50-day, and then we have 23.25. That's all your downside. Upside, just watch 24,888. Crack above that, 25,000 even. There's your target. All right, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here midday trading. We'll take a look at some stocks. And we'll see how today shakes out. But remember, if we have a down day today, always remember you have turnaround Tuesday. You're going to see a lot of Fed bleep in this week. Like the minutes and all that kind of stuff, what they're talking about. But realistically, I just think that the Fed's going to make probably 2 more cuts. You got 2 more meetings. I think they're going to go a quarter point. And we'll have to see. The only problem I look at that is the 10-year now is going right back up again, just like it did last year when it cut a half a point. So let's see how that all is going to shake out. Okay, that's what I got for you. Trade what's in front of you. Now what you want.